just excited to be here to get a road game under our belts and kind of take out the mystique of coming to South Dakota. I mean, we had smooth travel. We got to the hotel. We're tested. We're out of quarantine, and we're now just focusing on prepping to play South Dakota tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Coach. First question will be from Keith.
Hey, Coach, post-Happy Thanksgiving. So how good does it feel just to get back on the road, to get back in a routine? You know, still with all the cancellations, it just seems like you can't take any game for. And then number two, what was on your Thanksgiving menu?
Okay, well, I mean, it's great to semblance some basketball, like basketball season, going on the road and playing. I mean, great the prep. I mean, we were prepping for 3 games. Coach Boyer got lucky, so to speak. She had the Oklahoma scout, so she can get ready for NC State. But we're just excited that our players are safe. They're in a place in which they feel comfortable to just play basketball, not worry about anything else. Thanksgiving, our office manager did all the cooking. She cooked the turkey. We got ham. We had everything. I'm sides. I don't do meats, so I had a little bit of everything: string beans, corn. I think Texas Roadhouse. We picked up some rolls from there. Those are the best. So it was pretty cool. It wasn't your traditional Thanksgiving where you got a chance to sit down with our team and have a great meal. It was, we made platters for them. We cut slices of pie for them, and they took it back to their rooms. I mean, that was quite boring, but it's things that we have to do to ensure that we get a chance to come on trips like this.
Next question is from Greg Hadley.
Hey, Dawn. Happy Thanksgiving. Going off of that with the changes that you have to make, it's the kind of thing where you make other adjustments as well. Like, are the rooms the same way, or is the travel the same way that you do normally during non-COVID times?
Yeah, I mean, the travel is the same way. We actually, on the bus, we probably, protected the bus driver in that we sat, a few rows back, but that was the only thing. Everybody actually had their own seat on the plane. So that was pretty cool. That was probably a little bit different than we usually do, because some players like to sit with each other. Victoria is a little afraid to fly, so she's always feels comfortable when someone sits next to her, but she was all alone, but she had a leader in front of her, the comforter.
And then just South Dakota and Gonzaga, 2 really good major programs. What have you seen from them, and how good a challenge will this be, very early in the season?
I mean, it's a great challenge. We wanted to play the top competition in the country. So South Dakota it is in South Dakota. Gonzaga is a formidable opponent. Very similar in styles in which they can knock down threes consistently and along with some other stuff. It's not just threes. They're complete basketball teams, and we're going to get challenged on both sides of the ball. So certainly we have to be ready for some type of zone or sagging man, something we've been prepping for quite some time, just anticipating people will play us that way. But super excited, sorry that there won't be any fans there, but again, we're just excited to play basketball and play some very good competition.
We have a question from, I'm assuming this isn't their real name, but their Zoom is labeled iPhone. So if you could please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Coach, good evening. Can you hear me?
I can, iPhone.
Okay, iPhone. Yeah, I didn't change my name. This is Jeremy. I had a quick question, sort of a follow-up to what was asked of you last. What's been your impression of what Dawn Plitzwhite has built at South Dakota and what they've done the last few years?
I mean, it's great. You know, one of the reasons why we got into this home and home with South Dakota is because of it's a quality opponent. You know, win, lose, or draw, you're gonna, you know, the NCAA committee is gonna look at that and see that we didn't shy away from playing great competition. I mean, and it's exciting because we really don't have anybody in our league that plays like them. So they're prepping us for playing this competition early in the season. And also, you know, if we run into somebody in the NCAA tournament, we'll at least be familiar with their style of play.
And Coach, so then are you going to play them again next year then, it sounds like?
Well, I mean, we were hoping that this would complete our home and home, but if they want to play again, you know, we'd be willing to do that. I just like for us to have multiple games when we come this far, and not just do a one year deal. We were actually going to play them the weekend that we're playing Iowa State, we were supposed to play them on Thursday of this week. Of what week are we in? Thursday of next week, and we were just going to stay in this part of the country, but we actually had some conversations to get them to play in this particular tournament.
All right, we have
Thank
one
you, Coach.
final question from Justin Rust.
Coach, you saw USD last year. You know, they fought you pretty hard in that game last year, which considering where your program's at to mid-major is pretty impressive. So what do you expect out of them this season? Do you expect that same physical kind of battle coming in here, or what do you expect? There's a few new roles for that team this year. So what do you kind of expect out of this USD team coming into tomorrow's game?
Same. I mean, same. You know, it's not going to be a walk in the park. We know that. That's why we accepted the challenge. Pretty much the same. I don't think they vary from what they do. They make you adjust to their style of play. And for us, we got to try to get them to adjust to our style of play. Just play fairly quickly, still try to get the ball in, although they're going to collapse on our post players like they did Aaliyah last year. We just have to do better in transition and play fast and try to create an advantage in transition. If not, you know, we'll have to play against them, you know, having possibly 2 sets of feet in the paint, forcing us to shoot from the outside. And we do have to hit some outside shots, but we also have to have ball movement. Any kind of ball movement will naturally have them step towards the ball, and hopefully we can make plays and deliver the ball